Hello and welcome to EV Focus Now. And today we're going to talk about three advantages I think the new Kia EV6 will have over the new Hyundai Ioniq 5. Both of these vehicles are supposed to be coming to America 2022. I think about early spring. Hopefully we'll be seeing them around. Some states will get them sooner than later. California, of course, and New Jersey. They'll be getting in Colorado sooner than some of the other areas, but hopefully I'm hoping Kia and Hyundai releases them everywhere so we don't have a situation like we did with the Niro and the Kona that was only released in certain states. But both of these are amazing cars, and I'm really excited to drive them both and see them in person to judge for myself. But I am going to talk today about what I think why the EV6 has a slight advantage over the Ioniq 5 as far as I'm concerned, and I welcome your comments as well. Before I get into this video, please remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification button below. It really helps the channel. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed and continues to watch my videos. Very much enjoy doing this for everyone and giving information out, and also receiving information from you as well, getting in your comments. So thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. So the EV6, as you look at both of these vehicles side by side, they're both unique vehicles. Styled differently. I like the Ioniq 5 has that retro look to it. Love the pixel headlights. Love that. That's so cool. And the shape is not too bad. The front, how it points a little bit, I'm not sure about that. The light bar there is fine, I guess. And the wheels are definitely unique. Not really my style, but they're unique. You look at the EV6, and that is a little more sportier. I kind of like the headlights a little better. I like the wheels a lot better, and the overall shape, I think, to me, is more appealing as it slopes. It's more of a gradual slope than a quick slant slope towards the end of the car. But the front end, I would say they both have their plus and positive negatives, but I think the EV6 looks a little better to me, in my opinion. So I'm going to give the exterior, the exterior styling, at least in the front, to the EV6. Now we make our way to the back of both of these vehicles, and so let's start with the EV6 first. So I love the way the back of the EV6 looks. It looks almost like the front, with just as far as flat, some rounded curves. The light bar is where it's okay, but whenever I see light bars like that, I always think of, eventually the lights are going to go out or something, a continuous light bar like that. Modules could go out. I don't know. That's different. It doesn't bother me that much, but that's probably the one part I don't say I don't like it. I wish it was styled differently. I guess the light bar to the brakes. But besides that, everything else looks great on the back of this car. I love how the windshield slopes, not too sharp of an angle, but it looks really clean, and I love how the back looks on the EV6. Now, as we look forward here to the Ioniq 5, it is different. Let's see here. So again, I like the headlights. The headlight looks fantastic. They're, the pixel little headlights. I think of a Nintendo game every time I look at that. It's kind of cool. But everything else looks so station wagonish, so to speak. How it looks. There's nothing really sharp with the angles. It's just like there. Ioniq 5 with the headlights. So it's a much laid-back, plain-looking rear end, I guess you could say. I mean, it's not bad, but I definitely prefer the EV6 rear of the car versus the Ioniq 5. So again, another point goes to the EV6 as far as exterior rear of the car. I think it looks much better on the EV6 than the Ioniq 5. Now, let's go inside both of these vehicles. So this time we'll start with the Ioniq 5, the inside of it. And you see here, again, the Ioniq 5 is just a really nice electric car. Both of these cars have great range for both of them, the same chassis, same battery pack. But again, it's just very simple, simplistic is fine, but plain. Nothing standing out, which is fine. It's just very bland. The colors blend in too much. It's too much dark gray and light gray. Wish they alternated a little bit. But I know they have mood lighting in there, which is set up. But I'm talking about the color palette itself. which is not bad. Yeah, I like in a way that the front seat, there's a simple pass through where you can, walk, jump from one seat to the other. Not that you necessarily need to do that, but it's nice to have that openness, makes it feel more open anyway. And the center console moves up and back, which is really nothing to me. It doesn't mean that much at all. Now, I will say that a couple of things that the Ioniq 6 does is the seats recline. The front seat recline almost lazy boy like, all the way where you can relax, take a nap and everything. And that's fine. The only problem is when you are building a car with 800 volt architecture, charges at 250 kilowatts roughly, a little higher. So charging speeds they really push the charging speeds of both these vehicles. It's really fast. So why would you ever need to recline and rest during charging? It's going to charge faster than almost any car out there. So time you relax and recline, you're ready to go in 10 minutes. So you're not really going to be able to take a nap. So that feature would have been nice if you're driving a Bolt, a BMW i3, a Leaf, or anything else that charges slowly or not as fast. That's a great feature. Recline, take a nap, you're going to be here for 45 minutes or 50 minutes. But otherwise, this car, you're there for 15 minutes and you're gone. You're charging so fast, 0 to 60, I think in 10 minutes almost, in some reports. So why would you need to recline? I didn't understand that feature, but it's there. It's something they put into it. Now let's look at the EV6 interior. Now look at this different color right there. Much more color going on. Now it's a dark palette, but they have dark palette mixed with some light grays, a white outline of the seats. The dash looks a little more sportier. The center console, they have a floating center console. I like that a lot better. Not a big fan of piano black, but that's fine. The dial shifter, I just think it looks so much better. The seats look better. The cockpit looks more inviting, more modern, so to speak. Again, the Ioniq 5 is going for a different kind of look, so I prefer this EV6 look. Both steering wheels are exactly the same, basically, no difference there. And the display screens, the 15-inch and the 12-inch display screens are the same, just the packaging of them all. So again, I see more angles with the screen on the EV6 versus the Ioniq 5. And I prefer the way it looks inside. Looks more to my taste. But again, I'm really interested to see what you guys think between the two. Do you guys think the Ioniq 5 looks better or the EV6? So again, I want to give a point again to the EV6 as far as interior styling. Now the last point is performance. So the EV6 is going to win a performance all the way around, because not only the EV6 comes with a dual motor variant, which I think the Ioniq 5 is going to offer that as well, but it's going to have a GT, EV6 GT, that's going to give it even a faster performance. I think 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, which is, up there with Tesla and some of the other really fast EVs, like the Porsche Taycan, cars of that nature. So that's really cool that they're going to have that performance, the performance package. The wheels are going to change. So it's going to win the performance battle right away. Now, doesn't mean the Ioniq, Hyundai has an inline. They may not make the Ioniq 5 and have an inline performance Ioniq 5. They could, but again, that car again has more of a wagon appeal, where this is the Kia EV6 is more of a sports car, sedan, four-door sedan kind of feel. You feel like you're just riding you feel like you're riding a better car, but it's exactly the same chassis, same. I think the wheelbase is slightly a little longer on the EV6, slightly, I think, but they're basically the same car underneath the overall shell, but the interior is a little different, of course, and how they set up the graphics and things of that nature are slightly different, but basically same. But they go for a charge very fast. Charging speeds are going to be the same on these cars, and they should be both very efficient. So two winners here, so I'm excited to see both of them. Not sure if I do not pull the trigger on a EV before the end of the year, one of these two I'll be looking at, but I will tell you, if I can get the EV6, I'm probably going to lean to that direction more than the Ioniq 5. I don't hate the Ioniq 5, don't get me wrong. But a lot of it's going to come to pricing too. I think these cars, they haven't released pricing just yet, but I think we're looking at the high 48, 49,000 up to the 52,000, 55,000 for the top spec. which is somewhat high up there. You know, you get a lot of, you're getting a lot of range, 300 miles of range on the rear-wheel drive, 260, I think, on the all-wheel drive. So you're getting a lot of performance, a lot of battery range, but that is, really expensive. And when you get up that high, you might, then you're talking about comparing this against a Tesla, and you're like, well, do I want a Tesla or this? Depending on how you feel about Tesla customer service, Tesla build quality versus Hyundai and Kia, which is very good build quality. But a lot of things are going to change once Elon Musk opens up the Texas factory and the Berlin factory. The paint quality is going to be better. The build quality is going to be much better than it is now. So all those are going to be factors. But that's what you're going to be competing against. Again, that's why the ID4 is such a valuable buy and such a great buy for the value, so to speak, because it's almost $12,000 to $15,000 less than the other cars, and it does the job. It gets you everywhere, but it's not going to be super fast and super sporty. And I like the looks of the ID4, no matter what you say about it. I love the looks of it, no matter how fast it goes. So it's a winner there all the way around as far as looks. But I'm excited to see both of these cars come in. Very interested to hear what you guys think about these two. Don't forget to leave your comments below. I want to definitely get a real perspective of what you guys feel about these two cars and which way you would go. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to hit the notification button. And when it comes to EVs, remain focused. Bye-bye.